Hi guys, so I said I'll make a video on the UVXY regardless it's a winner or a loser, and you could check that out on the stock twist that I posted. So the whole reason, first of all, let's look at the daily chart on it. Okay, huge move down, but I'm not concerned about that. I am all concerned about right here. That's it. In fact, if you want to look at it, this is all what I'm concerned about. Okay, huge move to the upside, huge volume coming in also. Yesterday, huge move to the downside, right? Almost not a technically, you can't call this a bearish engulfing because it has to be right around here. It has to engulf the body of this candle, but it doesn't really matter, right? The sentiment is obviously very bearish, but you know what? In here, this is where you need to see if there's a pullback. Why I expected a pullback yesterday around 29 area. If you look at my post, let's go back into 30-minute time frame. Okay, obviously there's a gap fill here. Okay, but there is an area where the prices actually jumped out of here. So what I was looking for is somewhat of a move from this area to the upside again. Okay, again, I'm not looking for a massive move, but when you start looking for setups, you want to wait and wait and wait. Okay, this is somewhat of a new strategy I'm gonna talk about. Not recommending to anybody, especially on UVXY, but this is how I'm playing it, or played for the most part. But again, don't follow this, okay? Only because most of you out there are not advanced level. So if you're following it, know the circumstances of it, okay? Know the consequences of it, and don't just blindly take trades when somebody call a trade. Always do your own homework. Okay, what I did yesterday, there was a support area. Okay, prices came down, huge move, right? In fact, in the pre-market, it was on I want to say Friday, before the chaos happened and all. The UVXY, which is an ultra VIX, right? It's going to move quite as faster than the VIX itself because it's ultra. It actually went up to 40. Okay, but sure enough, everybody's trading the news, right? This is where a lot of people fail. Okay, again, this is where a lot of people fail because they trade the news. You got to trade the chart rather than the news, and everybody was probably short. Probably a lot of stop outs happened. Nobody want to talk about it because everybody want to talk about their winners, right? And that's why I said when I posted about this strategy, winner or loser, I'll talk about it. I think the price was trading around I want to say maybe around here, and I didn't have this whole dollar move to the upside. But what I did was here, this is a incremental strategy that again I wouldn't recommend. But what I did, I started adding. Okay, started adding a little bit here because that was a support. This was my smallest one. Okay, smallest one, so that if I were to get stopped out, it's okay. I wouldn't make a huge loss on it. Of course, this is UVXY. This moves a lot. And the second position I added yesterday was here. Okay, another smaller one. This is where I added the majority of it to the little bit of the bigger side. Obviously bigger than this. Small, and the biggest, right? So what I'm doing in here, okay, what I'm done, actually I did sell first lot already, and I'm breaking even on the other one. And again, this is a strategy that I won't recommend to anybody, but it works for me. Okay, depending on what kind of platform you have, you can go in the platform. Sometimes you might even have to call, but Thinkorswim has a built-in kind of the strategy in there, right? Not a strategy, it's a order selection you could take. For instance, so let's just say I got 20 in here, right? And I did 15 here. Okay, so I can go back in there and I can choose last in, first out, meaning I want to keep this one, all I want to be out of it is right around here. Okay, obviously my average, if I were to add it up, my average is probably better, only because I added majority here rather than the majority here, because I knew that if price fell here, it's going to come here. I'm saying I knew if price fell here, it's going to come here. But I don't know if the price is, if it falls from here, I don't know. That's why the alert in here, it'll probably fill the gap up. But you trade what you see rather than what you want to see. So this was my initial last position in here, which I sold into this move to the upside. And I don't know if it's going to come down. I don't know if it's going to go up. The way it looks like, it probably wants to retrace back, and you can pull in all your fib numbers and all the waves and whatever you need to do. But simply trading the price action that I see, In fact, it's reaching to somewhat of a resistance level. Possibly might see a move to the downside, and maybe around a 30, 38, and move to the upside again, possibly to test this area. But that is a strategy you can apply only if you're comfortable with it. Okay, last in, first out. So I sold this lot, right? Breaking even on here, right? I can do last in again, because this one is sold. My last in was this one. This would be out, then I would have left over this one. Or if you average out nicely, which is how one of this other trader does it. He trades on a lot bigger lots, which is fine. Everybody trades at their own level, and that's how he trades it, which is totally fine. So that's how you can do it. Either keep adding based on the move. You gotta have a stop. Okay, if it goes below here, I'm out, or if it goes below here, I'm out, depending on how much exactly what you're risking. And if you're out, accept it. Okay, move on and don't go in there try to take revenge out of the trade. It's just not gonna happen. And I've been there, done that, but it is what it is, right? So UVXY is let's see how it works out. I'm looking at again, don't worry about this SMAs, I just have them on there. So beautiful intraday trend to the upside, and there are many ways you can get on board on it. In fact, one of the guys, he's asking for some assistance. I said, okay, watch above this area, and this is where the stop would be. And actually already gave from where I had him out to watch, it actually gave $1, more than $1. So that's how trading is done. You need to be patient. Okay? Be patient, and if you're not patient, if you really want to get in the trade, right? If you want to see, okay, it's down a lot, don't go all out. Okay, go in small quantities, small, and where your stop is, ultimate stop is, right when the price is reversing, that's you go in majority of it. This way, if you're stopped out on the last of it on a very small stop loss, and other ones you already very small, so it's okay for you to absorb that kind of a stop. So hopefully that makes sense. And Dominique asked me to explain this, so here it is, and I was gonna put it out anyway. So that's the risky strategy. Okay.